You're watching CBS 12 News, the one to turn to.
Bottom line is we need to present the truth to the American people without fear or favor.
I'm announcing the House of Representatives moving forward with an official impeachment inquiry.
What the Speaker did was a dark day, not only for this institution, but for the rule of law, and she put this country in harm's way.
The way you had that built up, that call, it was going to be the call from hell. It turned out to be a nothing call.
Looking live at New York City, where President Donald Trump is meeting with the Ukrainian president right now. Thanks for joining us. I'm Kristen Chapman in for Liz. President Trump's meeting comes just hours after the phone call transcript between the two were released. For the first time, we're hearing from the Ukrainian leader. He addressed the call directly.
So I think you read text. I'm sorry, but I don't want to be involved to democratic, open elections of USA. No, you heard that we had, I think, good phone call. It was normal. We spoke about many things, and so I think, and you read it, that nobody pushed it.
President Trump says the truth will come out soon. Nicole Killian has more details from the White House on the rising impeachment debate.
President Trump continued to defend his call with Ukrainian leader Volodymyr Zelensky after releasing a partial transcript.
We released something today that was fantastic.
During the call, President Trump says there's a lot of talk about Biden's son, that Biden stopped the prosecution, and a lot of people want to find out about that. So whatever you can do with the Attorney General would be great. Zelensky said he would look into it and asked for more information, to which the president responded, "I will have Mr. Giuliani give you a call, and I am also going to have Attorney General Barr call, and we will get to the bottom of it."
There was no pressure. The way you had that built up, that call, it was going to be the call from hell. It turned out to be a nothing call.
The call came days after President Trump put a hold on millions in military aid to Ukraine, but the White House says the call notes prove there was no quid pro quo.
Like any mafia boss, the president didn't need to say, "That's a nice country you have. It'd be a shame if something happened to it," because that was clear from the conversation.
CBS News has learned the White House is also working with intelligence officials to release a redacted version of the whistleblower complaint, which was filed after the president's call.
We've heard from the Whistleblowers Council. Our council will be having that opportunity to meet with him. We're trying to take this step by step. I think it's critically important that we get all the facts.
But Republicans say the Democrats are trying to drive the president out of office.
Unfortunately, we've seen this drumbeat towards impeachment from our conference since the day Donald Trump got elected.
Nicole Killian, CBS News, the White House.
Now that we have the transcript of the call between President Trump and the Ukrainian president, here are some other important events we're watching today. In just an hour, the House of Representatives will vote on a resolution. They're asking for the full whistleblower report filed against President Trump to immediately be sent to Congress intelligence committees. The Senate unanimously approved a similar resolution yesterday. Now at 2:15, the president is set to meet with the Ukrainian president on the sidelines of the UN General Assembly in New York. And then at 4 p.m., President Trump will hold a news conference at Trump Tower in New York City. So the question now, where do we go from here? Representatives first need to find enough evidence for impeachment. Then they can bring that to the House floor for a vote. The House needs 218 votes in order to move forward, which is a simple majority. Right now, there are 235 Democrats in the House, so that could likely happen. Then there's a Senate trial and a vote. They need 67 votes to actually remove the president, which is a 2/3 majority. That is a lot less likely since there are only 45 Democrats in the Senate. Now, if Congress does impeach the president and he's voted out, Vice President Mike Pence will take on his role until January 2021. So right now on our Facebook page, we do want to hear from you. We're asking, quote, do you support the impeachment proceedings for President Trump? So go ahead and leave us a comment. We would love to hear your opinion.
Okay, we are tracking the tropics out there. We continue to see 4 named systems out there across the Atlantic, actually 3 named systems. Tropical Storm Karen, Hurricane Lorenzo, post-tropical storm Jerry, and a disturbance out there across the southwest Gulf of Mexico. We'll focus in on Karen here. Karen is ragged and disheveled today. Hard to find a low-level center as it stretched out. It caused a lot of rain in Puerto Rico. It is now located north of that island. Top winds on Karen are 45 miles an hour. There's the Latin launch for you. It's moving north at 15 miles per hour. It's expected to move north, intensify a little bit, slow down, do a loop-de-loop, and then back off towards the west here and stay a strong tropical storm. Where it goes from there, there's lots of uncertainty here. When I come back in the next few minutes, we'll take a look at some forecast model scenarios. We'll take a look at the GFS and European model. We'll check out elsewhere in the tropics and more in our dry weather pattern coming our way.
Michael, thank you. Breaking right now, a bombshell from Tallahassee. The Florida Senate Special Master has recommended the reinstatement of suspended Broward Sheriff Scott Israel. Now, the Special Master's 23-page report says that Governor Ron DeSantis has not proven the specific charges of suspension. The report says, quote, Sheriff Israel and BSO are not blameless for the tragedy at Stoneman Douglas. That said, the evidence offered has not demonstrated that Sheriff Israel should be removed from the office based on this incident. DeSantis suspended Israel in January, claiming the sheriff showed incompetence and neglect of duty. That was when responding to the Parkland school shooting that left 17 dead. In July, CBS 12 sat down for an exclusive one-on-one with the ousted top cop when he officially filed paperwork to run again for sheriff in 2020.
I want to get back to working with the incredible men and women of the Broward Sheriff's Office. Nobody, no governor, no one should tell the people of any county who their sheriff should be. That should be that's what voters do.
So what happens next? The Florida Senate will hold a special session on October 21st to determine whether Israel should be given his job back. Right now, a Wellington kid is fighting to save nature preserves in his town. 9-year-old Skylar Peterson was sad when he saw a proposal to build over 2 areas near the mall at Wellington Green. So he brought it to his teacher's attention, and the class actually wrote letters to the village council advocating for the preserves to be saved.
I would like it if you vote to preserve the wetlands. First, the trees and other greenery are healthy. They're healthy because migratory birds fly there.
How cute is he? The Village Council will make a final decision on what to do with the preserves on October 7th. Now, if the developer's proposal is granted, an apartment complex and restaurant will go there instead. While the royal baby makes the trek to Africa, we'll show you the new pictures from his adventure abroad coming up next. Plus, big blows to the vaping industry, the latest shakeup at one of the most popular companies known for its e-cigarettes.
Proud sponsors of the CBS 12 News Network, the one to turn to.
All right, let's talk about some cuteness overload here. For the first time, we're really getting a close look at baby Archie. Prince Harry and Meghan Markle took him along on their Africa tour. Look at him. Trending in our health headlines now, a shakeup at the top of Juul as the heat intensifies on vaping companies. So the company says its CEO, Kevin Burns, is actually stepping down effective immediately. Juul also said it will stop all advertising in the U.S. And another blow to the company. Legacy tobacco makers Altria and Philip Morris also say they have ended talks to merge with Juul. Coming up, Alexa, get me a job. How you can use Amazon technology to land you employment and the latest company to sign up for it.
Dress just like a celebrity. How you can this Halloween.
Beautiful day here across South Florida. Sunshine, dry air, and much flatter on the ocean. Here's a live look from Sebastopol right now. Got a little bit of a boater offshore. How long this nice weather will last, and a look at your weekend breakdown coming up.
News, Halloween is just around the corner, and if you're running out of ideas for costumes or maybe haven't even thought about it yet, Terry here has some that will definitely make you stand out.
So this year for Halloween, you can go vegan. If that sounds terrible because you won't be able to have all of your favorite candy, well, at least you can go vegan with your costume. Check this out. Online retailer Yandy is selling this, quote, Beyond Burger costume. It even has a flag that reads plant-based that you can put right on your head, that headband there, you see it. You can see this looks like a burger, a meatless vegan burger. The outfit is selling for $36.95 if you're interested in it. If you don't want to go vegan, you want to dress up as your favorite celebrity, you can. Fashion Nova dropped these costumes that really are getting people talking. You can dress up as J-Lo in that iconic dress she wore years ago to the Grammys. You can see that green there. You can dress up as Cardi B, Lil' Kim. There's even a Madonna costume also available right now on the Fashion Nova website. Okay, let's move on to my favorite story of the day. It's this one right here. The 49ers are the first NFL team to have an emotional support dog, and this little pup is taking over Instagram. This is Zoe. She's a French bulldog. She now helps the players who are struggling. I just love looking at all these pictures of little Princess Zoe here on her Instagram. You can see her all over in these pictures with some of the players. Now, the reason they have this is to help these players out. One of the players, Solomon Thomas, has been open with his depression struggle after his sister and best friend committed suicide last year. So the team got this dog, and it's just something about seeing these tough guys who play professional football cuddling up with this sweet pooch that just makes me melt.
Oh, Terry, they are cute. In our entertainment news, opera star Placido Domingo has stepped down from upcoming performances with the Metropolitan Opera. So this, after the Associated Press reported last month, the Spanish star was accused of sexual harassment by 8 singers and dancers, and that stems from the late 80s. Domingo says the allegations are inaccurate, and he thought all of his interactions and relationships were consensual. Trending in our consumer news, Nissan issues a massive recall to fix many of its most popular models. So the Japanese automaker is recalling more than 1.2 million cars in the U.S. to fix a problem with defective backup cameras. So the impacted cars include 2018 and 2019 Nissan models, as well as Infiniti models as well. So owners can take their cars to a dealer to receive a software upgrade to fix it. Well, a restaurant in Minneapolis is serving a burger that some women say sent them into labor. The burger, called the Labor Inducer, got its nickname after 2 women ate it and within hours gave birth. The burger is made with Angus beef. It comes with American cheese, spicy mustard, a Cajun sauce, and honey-cured bacon, all on a pretzel bun. That sounds delicious. And hey, are you looking for a new job? If you want to apply to McDonald's, you just have to ask your smartphone. All you have to say is, Alexa, help me get a job at McDonald's. McDonald's Corporation announced Alexa and Google Assistant will be able to start the application process. Alexa will even tell you interesting facts about working for the company. McDonald's is the first employer to use this platform for hiring. All right. Well, turning now to weather, we're looking live at Bermuda. Well, Jerry is now inching closer. So today the island is expected to get wind gusts up to what, 65 miles per hour, Michael?
Yeah, the big thing there, they're under a tropical storm warning, Kristen. So not only will they get strong winds, but they're also going to get a lot of swell out there. So rip currents, tough thing out there. The thing is that the winds are coming down, so not as bad as what they're getting in Puerto Rico. The rain should be lower. Yes. And we're still tracking a lot of systems out there. 3 named systems there, Kristen, and 1 system in the Gulf of Mexico. Let's take a look at Jerry first here. It is 75 miles west of Bermuda now. Top winds 40, gusting to 50. So again, those winds have come down. It's expected to only bring an inch of rain there. Why? Because it's a fast mover. It'll spin down across the Atlantic and not bother anybody else. Meanwhile, we're watching Karen very closely. Over the next couple of days, it will continue to be steered by an upper level low near the southern Bahamas. A counterclockwise flow of air around it, pushing Karen off to the north and north-northeast. Once that gets out of the way and weakens, a strong upper level high will build from the Carolina coast into the Atlantic, pushing on Karen, forcing it to the west and west-southwest. Is the high really strong and what's left of Karen, or perhaps a tropical cyclone come our way next week? That's one scenario. Or the high is weak and quickly moves offshore, and what's left of Karen percolates here for a while and then moves out to sea. Lots of unknowns here. The other unknown, the intensity. It will be coming into an environment of higher wind shear next week, which would be a hindrance of development. However, the water temperatures are very warm, which enhance development. So the jury's out on this one. Lots of balls to juggle out there in the atmosphere for the next week or so. GFS model showing just a little bit of disorganized moisture coming across the Bahamas, and perhaps what's left of it spinning north and east of the Bahamas and never really getting near Florida. The new European model is weaker than the last few runs, showing not much of an organized system next week, bringing some moisture our way or to the south. So we'll watch it very carefully. Right now, we don't see a strong system coming our way, but again, who knows? It could change. Just stay back for further updates, or check back for further updates. Meanwhile, we go to the Lorenzo storm here. This is a hurricane right now. Top winds 85, gusting to 105 miles an hour. It's expected to become a major hurricane, move to the north, and then move northeast out to sea. So that's not bothering anybody. That's going to be a fish storm. That is definitely good news. The other good news locally, boy, the nice weather, huh? Dry conditions, 60s again on the Treasure Coast this morning. Hit 69 in West Palm this morning. We see that high continue to shove all the high moisture associated with that upper level low, which is now steering Karen, keeping it to the east over the next few days. So looking good out there, probably for the next several days. West Palm now is 85, winds east-northeast at 11 miles an hour. Tonight, we're looking at mid-70s at the coast, but far inland 60s again. 67 for Belle Glade, 68 in Jupiter Farms, Royal Palm 71, and then we're looking for a low temperature of 68 in Indiantown tomorrow and 65 there in Okeechobee City. As we go through the day tomorrow, here's your bust-up forecast. We're partly cloudy, partly sunny, with temperatures reaching into the mid to upper 80s for the afternoon hours. No rain expected. Back to tonight, though, fair to partly cloudy. Mid-70s coast, 60s again far inland. For tomorrow, we're looking at mostly sunny skies. Another nice, warm, dry day tomorrow with a high of 86. Your 7-day forecast with the weekends always in view. Right now, the weekend looking pretty good. We continue to push back those higher rain chances, maybe a 30% chance for a shower Sunday. And then Tuesday, Wednesday, and beyond the 7-day, we'll have to see what happens with what's left of Tropical Storm Karen.
Yeah, it looks great. Thank you, Michael. Coming up, it's what you were talking about. Mattel releases a new doll that's appealing to everyone. What makes this toy so special and unique? Today is a special day for dads around the region. Area students were able to take their dads to school. So here are some photos from the Riviera Beach Police Department. Some officers even stood in as dads today. Chime in by texting the word photo to 44332, or you can head to our website, cbs12.com. Upload your pictures at the top of our homepage. In our SkyTeam 12 drone shot of the day, this video is from Lake Park Marina. CBS 12, the one to turn to. Today in the 561, a big event happening on the Treasure Coast, the 35th Annual Business and Industry Awards. The sold-out event honors the best of the best from St. Lucie County. Our Liz Quirantes will be co-hosting tonight's dinner, and a portion of the proceeds will go towards Bahamas hurricane relief efforts. Something to talk about here. Barbie Maker is out with a new doll for all, and it's giving us something to talk about. Mattel is hoping to break gender barriers with this new gender-inclusive doll. So the Creatable Worlds dolls work like this. The figure comes with kits with different hair, clothes, and even accessories. Some are more feminine, some are more masculine, and children can create their own custom doll each time. The dolls will run you about $44 for just one of them. So you guys, what do you think of this? Terry, let's start with you.
I love these dolls. They're all about acceptance, and I think that's what this world really needs more of, more understanding and more acceptance. I think it's also cool people can now have dolls that look like them or how they feel.
Couldn't agree more, Terry. What about you, Michael?
Well, you know what they say, times are changing, and if this is what the consumer wants, then Mattel is smart to put these out there. Personally, I prefer the traditional Ken and Barbie.
Got it. Well, I kind of agree with you there. I think it's cool all the way around. I think it's cool that most people will get a doll that reminds them of themselves, which this obviously does. Plus, you also get a bunch of different dolls all in one, so it's kind of a win-win. All right, well, let's check in with Michael Ehrenberg right now for a final check of the weather. Michael.
Okay, Kristen, looking just beautiful. If you got something planned out of doors through the late afternoon into the evening hours, mostly sunny skies and then clear overnight. Temperatures will slowly drop back down to the mid-70s at the coast, some upper 60s far inland. By the time you wake up on Thursday morning, dry pattern probably into most of the weekend with some increase in showers as we head on into next week.
Michael, thank you. And thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you at 5 p.m.